Attention Cowboys fans. Big changes might be coming to our team's future. What's behind the latest headlines shaking up Dallas? Stay with us to uncover the shocking news and what it means for the Cowboys' legacy. Don't forget to subscribe to the portal Dallas Cowboys News Fan for all the latest updates. Hello, Cowboys Nation. Today, we're diving into a story that has fans everywhere talking. It's no secret that this season has been full of challenges, injuries, tough games, and now, major financial questions surrounding the team's future. At the center of it all is the Dallas Cowboys' strategy of heavily investing in star players to secure long-term success. However, with key names like Dak Prescott, Zach Martin, and Trayvon Diggs sidelined by injuries, the team is grappling with whether these investments are still paying off. Executive Vice President Stephen Jones recently made waves during an NFL meeting, questioning if the Cowboys can sustain their current financial commitments. And that brings us to Micah Parsons. A rising superstar on the Cowboys defense, Parsons has been a transformative force for the team. But here's the kicker, will the Cowboys have the financial room to offer him the massive contract he deserves? Or could we see the team take a tough turn, possibly reshaping the roster entirely? Wow, this is a tough spot for our Cowboys, but I'm feeling optimistic. Micah Parsons is an absolute game changer, and keeping him should be a top priority for the team. Sure, injuries have hit us hard this season, but it's just one of those years where nothing goes our way. Stephen Jones has a point about rethinking financial priorities, but letting go of a talent like Parsons would be a huge mistake. He's the kind of player that can redefine our defense for years to come, and honestly, I'd rather see the team make tough calls elsewhere than lose someone like him. Plus, once our key players like Dak and Diggs return, we'll be back stronger than ever. I get the concern about long-term contracts, but building a team isn't about playing it safe, it's about making bold moves that set you up for success. If we can figure out a way to balance the books and keep Parsons, I think we're looking at a championship contender in the near future. What do you all think? Should we double down on Parsons, or is it time for a new strategy? Man, this news about the Cowboys is really making me think hard about the direction we're headed. First off, it's clear that we've been hit with a lot of bad luck this season. Injuries to key players like Dak Prescott, Zach Martin, and Trayvon Diggs have definitely shaken things up. These are all players who were supposed to be the backbone of the team. But, as tough as this season has been, it also raises a crucial question. How do we balance keeping our top talent and rebuilding a competitive squad moving forward? Let's talk about Micah Parsons for a minute. There's no denying he's the future of our defense. The guy is a freak of nature and has become one of the best linebackers in the entire league. If you ask me, he's the type of player you build your team around. But, here's where the real issue lies. With so many big contracts tied up in players who are currently on the sideline, including Dak Prescott, can we afford to lock Parsons into the massive deal he deserves? I mean, let's be honest, if we don't make a move soon, we might risk losing him in the long run, and that would be catastrophic. Stephen Jones has a tough job ahead of him. He's in charge of making some of the most important decisions that will affect this team for years to come. And right now, he's facing a dilemma. Do we continue with these massive contracts for injured players, or do we focus on players who can bring immediate value? It's a tough call because the last thing we want is to let go of the future of our defense just because of financial concerns. But we also have to be smart. If we tie up too much money in players who can't stay healthy, we could find ourselves in a bind. The Cowboys need to strike the right balance. Personally, I think we need to prioritize keeping Parsons. I know the injuries have been frustrating, but once our injured players come back, Dak, Diggs, and the rest, we'll be looking at a team that's built to compete at the highest level. I truly believe that with a healthy squad and Parsons leading the defense, we're only a few pieces away from being Super Bowl contenders again. But that means the front office needs to be aggressive in making the right moves now. If that means restructuring some contracts or making tough decisions about who stays and who goes, so be it. The Cowboys need to position themselves for long-term success, not just in the immediate future. This brings us back to the big question. Should the Cowboys double down on keeping Micah Parsons, or do they risk letting him go and focus on a different financial strategy? Honestly, I don't think there's any question here. Parsons is a generational talent, and losing him could derail the future of this defense. We've seen how valuable he is this season, and the idea of moving forward without him is something I can't even imagine. It's clear the Cowboys have some big decisions to make, and it's on the fans to voice our support for keeping Parsons and securing our future. What do you all think, Cowboys fans? Should we stick with our star linebacker and make sure he's part of the team's future, or is it time to make some big changes to the roster? Let me know what you think in the comments. It's going to be a wild offseason, but I believe we can come out of it stronger if we make the right choices. This decision is pivotal. While Parsons is a cornerstone for the defense, the team's struggle with long-term contracts and injuries has left its future uncertain. Will the Cowboys double down on retaining their stars, or is it time to rethink their financial strategy altogether? What do you think, Cowboys fans? Should Micah Parsons be the priority, or is it time to focus on rebuilding the team? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Portal Dallas Cowboys News Fan for all the updates on your favorite team.